it's Sunday, 8 o'clock. So we are ready for the Thai hand method, the massage class, and we are
Manuel
and Nicole. And so great that you're joining. So let's start.
Let's do it. Okay, so we place ourselves here on the knees between the feet, and then we start with white crow. So we're here now in this moment of healing, helping someone warm up your hands, your heart, and then we do palm press together. So we get hands on the level of the joint of the feet and we push forward together, both feet, 3 steps going out. So we go out to the middle of the arch, then we get to the joint of the big toe, we push, rocking the feet together, back to 2 to the middle arch and 1 to below the joint. Then we do the same but 1 foot at a time. So we first do it below the joint, then we get to the middle arch, we get to the joint of the big toe, then we get back to the middle, and then we get to the joint. Here now we get with the side of the hand, hard pressure to the heel of the feet, and then we go up along the calf muscle in 3 steps. We reach here below the knee, and at the knee we never press the bone of the knee. We want to press with the fingertip to the tissue around the bone of the knee, and under the pressure we do circles many times. Then we go up and we press down on the quadriceps, 3 steps. We walk up to the top of the leg, and then we get down, reversing all the steps. So first we go down 2 steps to above the knee, then we get the fingertip to press on the tissue around the knee, and then circles under pressure, and then we do the pressure on the calf beside tibia bone with the side of the hand, going down 3 steps to the heel, and from the heel we get again with palm press 3 steps out to the joint of the big toe, the 3 steps on the feet, and then back to the joint below on the feet. Now we use the thumbs to press on the sole, fingers on the top of the foot to support. We apply pressure to the sole and we rock the feet forward. So we repeat pressure to different locations in this area of the sole, and under the pressure we rock the feet forward. So after 6-7 times pressure, then we do again palm press walking. So we use the palms to do the 3 steps out and in this level of the feet. Then we get back to the middle and we get back to the starting point. Then we move the foot with the top of the foot up, hands on the top of the foot below the joint, and you push down to stretch, not too hard, near the joint. Then we get the hands on the middle top of the foot and we push down to stretch, medium pressure, a bit harder. Then we get the hands on the toes and we do hard. We stretch down hard when we are near the toes, then we get back to the middle, medium hard, and then we get near the joint and we do soft, not too hard. Then we open the feet 1 by 1. We do the walking again, 3 steps on the feet, going out to the joint of the big toe, and then we get back in to below the joint of the feet. Now we work at 1 leg at a time. So we're gonna get on the right hand side. We bend the leg into 45-degree in, foot is at the level of the knee. Move yourself on front of the knee, bend, and then we use the butterfly hand to push down 3 different steps. So the first step is near the knee, second step is at the middle, a bit more up, then we get a bit more up below the joint of the upper leg, then we get down to the middle, and then we finally get to 4 fingers above the knee. Then we move back to the center and we open the leg into 90 degrees. And then we sit on the butt with feet forward. Then we can lock 1 leg on the mat, the one that is straight. And then we use the outside foot to push the bent leg, knee up to the shoulder. And then you hold under hard pressure 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension on the leg and we can sit a bit forward and we can push a bit more second time, and then we lock leg straight under the tension 5 seconds, and then we reduce tension on the leg, and now we repeat again. We go up, we push and we hold 5 seconds, then we reduce the tension on the leg, we leave leg in 90 degrees, and then we sit a bit behind. The foot that was pushing gets now below, and the inside foot apply pressure in 3 steps. So first step, behind the knee, pressure into the tissue, then we get to the middle, we apply pressure in, we lock leg straight under deep pressure to the tissue, and then we get to the top of the leg and we apply pressure in, we hold hard 5 seconds, then we get back to 2, to the middle, and then we get to 1 starting point behind the knee. And then after we do a walking with the feet on the area, we do a walking up to the top of the leg and down, back to the knee. Then we leave foot on the mat, we get up to the knees, and then we raise the leg up. So here you lock with your knees on the top of the foot, interlock fingers and use the heel of the hand to apply pressure in, and under the pressure we do a circle. Then we get to the middle, we apply pressure in, and then we do a circle under the pressure. Then we get to the top of the leg, same, back to 2, and then 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Then we get with the thumbs and we apply pressure in a bit below level of the center. So we press in and we hold hard 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, press with your thumbs a bit below this level we did previous, 3 on the top of the leg, back to 2, and then back to 1. I speaking 1, 2, 3 to 1, and then we relax. Now we use the fingertip on the center line behind the calf, starting at the head of the calf, and we pull the whole leg hard 5 seconds, hooking the center line behind the calf. Then we get to the middle, a bit below, then we get a bit below, back to the middle, and back to the head of the calf. Then we need to interlock fingers on front of the calf, and we use the heel of the hand to press in and push out of the bone. So first we apply pressure in, a bit below, and then we push forward. Then we go to 3, press in and push forward. Back to 2, press in and push. And 1, you apply pressure in and then you stretch the tissue out of the bone. Then we relax. Outside hand, push the knee forward, and then we go up with half knee on the same side leg. Foot is at the groin, hand is at the knee, inside hand on the other leg to lock leg down to the mat, and then you push the knee to the center chest and you hold 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension on the leg. And then we go again. We push the knee to the center chest by pushing with the groin on the foot, and then we hold 5 seconds and release the tension out. And then we repeat again. We push and we hold 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension on the leg. The hand that was in the knee now gets behind the knee, and the inside hand cups on the heel. Then we push down, knee to the center chest, and then the inside hand push the foot from behind the heel. Then after 5 seconds, release, tension on the leg, and we go again. We push and push, knee to chest, foot to shoulder, and release. And then we go again, push and push. And after the third time, we need to change the knee. So the knee up gets down, then you rock to your partner, and the knee down gets up. And we leave the leg totally on the top of the leg. We cup hand on the heel, and forearm push on the toes, so we are able to stretch the calf by pushing with the forearm on the toes. We do 3 times, 5 seconds. each time, deep pressure to the toes with the forearm. And after the third time, we change the knees again. The knee up, gets down, the knee down, gets up. And then we press 50-50, knee to chest, foot to butt, deep pushing, 3 times, 5 seconds. And then 3 times. And after, we leave the leg down and we shake to relax the tissue that we just did the manipulation, some seconds. Then we get to the center and we do the same on the other side. So we first bend the leg, 45, we place ourselves on front of the knee, hands on butterfly, and then we push down, 5 seconds each step. First at the knee joint, nearby, 4 fingers above, then to the center, between joints, and then below the upper joint, on the upper leg, pushing down, back to the middle, and then back to the starting point. After that, we get back to the center, and we open the leg into 90 degrees from the foot. We open the leg, and we sit between the legs, feet forward, so we can lock one leg on the leg, and the other leg push behind the knee up to the shoulder, and we hold on the tension 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension, then we get a bit more forward, and we push a bit more. Second time, we lock here, and then we push there, and then release out the tension on the leg, and then we repeat again 3 times. We push and we hold, and then we reduce the tension. Then we sit a bit behind. The foot that was pushing gets below the inside foot. Apply pressure in. First pressure near the knee joint, deep pressure in. Second pressure in the middle. Third, below the joint of the upper leg. Back to 2. And back to 1. Later, we get the feet on the area and we do walking from the knee joint to the upper joint, up on the hamstring and down. Leave foot on the mat, you go up into the knees, so you raise the leg up. Lock with your knees on the top of the foot, interlock fingers and press with the heel of the hand, 4 fingers from the knee, pressure in and a circle under the pressure. Second, a bit below. Third, on the top of the leg. Back to 2, press in and under the pressure a circle. And then 1, you press in and then you do a circle under the pressure. And then we do the ice picking with the thumbs. We press a bit below level of the center. Only pressure in and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle. Then we get to the top of the leg. Pressure in, deep pressure to the deep tissue. To stimulate functional cell systems, we need to first impact to the connective tissue. This is obvious. And then we get here on the fingertip to press on the center line, and then we pull back. Deep pulling from the center line, starting at the head of the calf. Then we get below. Then we get above Achilles tendon. Back to the center. And to the head of the calf. And then we interlock fingers and we press with the heel of the hand to the tissue of the calf and we push forward out of the bone. 2, we get below. 5 seconds, 3. Back to 2. And back to 1. Then we relax. Outside hand, push on the knee, and then you go up with the same side leg. Foot is at the groin, hand is at the knee, inside hand on the leg, and we push forward, knee to the center chest. We hold, Then we reduce the tension. Slowly, you need to push the knee to the center chest from the foot, and then release the tension, and then we go again, pushing, and you hold, and we reduce out the tension. The hand of the knee gets behind the knee, inside hand cups the heel, and now we push knee to chest and foot to the opposite shoulder, and then use the tension, and we go again, push and push, slowly and deep, and then release, and then we go again, push and push. And as you finish the last one, we change the knees, so the knee up gets down, the knee down gets up. We leave leg on the top of our leg, outside hand cups the heel, forearm push on the toes to stretch the calf muscle, myofascias. So we do 3 times, 5 seconds, hard. And after that, we change the knees again. The knee up gets down, the knee down gets up, and we place hand on the knee, hand on the top of the foot, and we stretch knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50, deep, 2, and then 3. And after the third, we leave the leg down, we shake, and we change position. PTO, please turn over to the chest, and we keep going forward, this time here on the tissue behind. Starting at between the feet, we use the heel of the hand to press on the sole. We do 3 steps on each foot, walking 1 foot at a time, and then we move with hands on the calf, and we press 3 steps until 3 fingers below the knee joint. We never press behind the knee, so we need to jump to 3 fingers above the knee, and then we press to the hamstring all the way 3 steps to the crease of the butt, and then down all the way until 3 fingers above the knee. We never press behind the knee, and then we jump to the calf, and we do 3 steps down until the sole. Then we use the thumbs, fingers supporting on the outside of the leg, to press from Achilles tendon. We want to press the center top line of the calf, 1 leg at a time, shorter steps, going up until 3 fingers below the knee joint. Then we jump the knee, and we press from 3 fingers above the knee, the center line of the hamstring all the way to the tendon of this ischios, and then we go down all the way, pressure down to the center line until 3 fingers above the knee. Then we jump to 3 fingers below the knee, and then we continue the pressure to the center top line of the calf all the way to the Achilles tendon. And then we do palm press, 3 steps on the calf, same before, until 3 fingers below the knee, jump the knee joint, and then walk 3 steps to the crease of the butt, and we change position. We get 1 knee out on one side, half knee out on the other side, and we jump to the low back. And now we push down with butterfly hand, palm press, 4 steps. First step at the low back, second step at the middle back, third step at below scapulas, and the 4th step on the scapulas. And then we do a walking from the shoulders and scapulas down to the hip, all the way walking beside the spine, of course. And at the low back, we push again, 5 seconds on the low back. Now we use the thumbs, fingers supporting, to press the tissue beside the bone of your spine. So we want to apply pressure both sides beside the bone from the area of the sacrum all the way up until the line of the shoulder. So we go up, shorter steps, but keep going forward all the way up until we reach the line of the shoulder. So thumb press together all the way up until the line of the shoulder, and from the shoulder line we do a thumb press walking down all the way, thumb press walking beside the spine until the sacrum, all the way down. So when you reach on the sacrum, you use hands on butterfly at the low back. We push down to stretch the low back, and then we set up ourselves between the legs. The knees gets on the crease of the butt in the center top of the leg, and now we can get, if possible, the feet flat on the calf muscle, and then we use butterfly palm press again, 4 steps going up beside the spine, pressure down to the tissue, and then 4 steps until the shoulder, and then we do a palm press walking out the shoulders to the deltoid, and then we do a walking from the shoulder deltoid muscle to the elbow, and then we jump on the elbow and we do a walking all the way until the line of the wrist. When you reach on the wrist, you need to get out with your feet from the calf, so your feet get to the between the legs on the mat. Now we get on the wrist, and now we pull up hard. After 5 seconds, we reduce the tension. The second time we go only halfway up, and then we pull one arm, one side. Then we pull the other arm, the other side. Then we get to the center and we pull up again hard. And then we get down. Then we place the arms down, and then we do a palm press walking from the line of the wrist all the way to the elbow. Then we jump on the elbow. We do 3 steps walking up to the shoulder. Then we walk in to beside the spine. We go down to above the hip, and on the hip, low back, we push up to stretch tissue out of the hip, and then we get down between the legs, and we palm press the legs down, 3 steps on the top of the leg, jump on the knee, 3 steps on the calf, and now we use the knuckles to press on the sole, walking 3 times on each foot. And then we change position, PTO, please turn over. And then we get both legs together. We pull from the heel to stretch. Then we go up, legs straight. And then we bend the knees. We place foot below the knees. Get the wrist of your partner and pull them up. Halfway you can push with the knees forward and pull with the arms on the arms. And then we place them on sitting position. Now we need to place them straight and use your heel of the hand, fingers behind, to press on the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, going out. We do the pressure at 2/3 of the shoulder only, so not too close to the shoulder joint. And then after we go back, 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. First we use the palms. Then after we need to place the thumbs on the shoulder. Be careful not too close to the collarbone. Always 4 fingers beside, above, and then fingers behind. And then we apply pressure down with the thumbs on the shoulder muscle. Then we go out 1 centimeter out and we press 5 seconds. Then we get out 1 centimeter and then we press. And then we get in 2 and then 1. After this, we use the palms to press on the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 3 steps out and then 2 steps in. Then we get down with the knees and we use the fingers and the thumb to massage the shoulders many times. Then we move the head of our partner down, and then we do the eyes peeking. So the eyes peeking is pressure we do with the thumbs, not too far away from the vertebra cervical. So we want to give pressure in just at one finger beside the center on both sides. So we want to press pressure in. Always the pressure at the neck we do behind the muscle sternocleidomastoideo. We don't want to press this muscle of the neck. We want to give the pressure very close to the cervical, and the pressure goes into the cervical, and we do like 4 steps going up, 4 steps going down, and then 4 steps going up again. So we go up, down, and up. And once you are up for a second time, we place the head up, and then we do shampoo, head massage, freestyle. And after freestyle, we do the chop, hands together, fingers open, and then we do with the small finger the contact with the body, one side first, and after the other side. And we use the palms to do circles around the back, and we rush, na'a, na'wa, rokka, payati, pinsanti, and we give thanks. Now,
James. Now, James. Oh, that's really nice. I feel much better. So now we change. So you put yourself into position. We place the knees in between the ankles, and your partner can just relax. Oh, I'm very tired. So it was very nice. We place the hands in the micro like this, and you just relax yourself, relax your spine, your shoulders, relax your facial muscles and your brain. And then we open the eyes, warm the hands. We place the hands above the feet, and we press and roll open. We go to the middle, press and roll open. At the end of the toes, press and roll open. And we go back to the middle. So we press and we roll open. We want to see the sole of both feet. And now we do one by one. So you press and roll, press and roll. Other side, press and roll. Other side, press and roll. Toes and toes. We go back to middle and middle and beginning and beginning. In this rocking motion, we go to calf muscle. We don't want to press on the shin bone. So the pinky finger touches the shin bone along the calf. 1, 1, 2 middle calf, 2 middle calf. 3 at the end, 3 at the end. Fingers above, heel of the hand below. We press a lot with the tip of the finger, a lot with the heel of the hand. We don't press on the patella. We go up with our body weight and we walk on the top of the legs. 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3. Use your body weight very nice to give a lot of pressure, but not with the heel of the hand, with the whole hand only. Go back and stop before the knee. We don't want to press on the knee, so we sit again and we do finger circle above, heel of the hand below the knee. Don't press on the patella itself. Now we walk on the calf. 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1, 1. And then thumb next to index finger. We press and roll on the feet. Middle and middle. Toes and toes. We go back to middle and beginning, beginning. And then we end with 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to work with the thumbs. So not the tip, but the ball of the thumb. And we just press 2 thumbs at the same time, just everywhere on the sole of the feet. So we don't press the heel, we don't press the toes, we just press anywhere on the sole of the feet. And I'm changing my thumbs all the time to another point. So let's make about 6 points for today, so we're all in the same pace. And after that, we're going to do palm press walk again. 1, 1, 2, 2, toes, toes, back to 2, 2, and 1, 1. Now we place the top of the feet looking at the ceiling. Thumbs inside, fingers outside, and we just press the top of the feet towards the mat. Sole of the feet towards the mat. We go to the middle, slowly, a little bit deeper. And then the toes, try to look at the face of your partner. If they are still relaxed, then you can go a little bit deeper and just go how far you think your partner can go. Go back to 2 and 1. Now we place the feet back and we do again palm press, walking 1, 1, 2, 2, toes, toes, back to 2, 2 and 1, 1. Now we're going to work in one leg at a time. So I'm using my partner's left leg to bend, change my position, my belly is above the knee, I'm placing my hands in butterfly position as we call, and we lean in on the upper leg, not on the knee. 1, in the middle, for 2, lean in with your body weight, 3 at the end. Super nice to go a bit deep if you know what you're doing. And then back to 2 and 1. And after that, we open the leg 90 degrees. We sit on the straight leg on the mat. And then we have the outside foot pressing in the corner of the knee. And the inside leg is just holding. Now both hands on both of the feet. And we go forward. 1 and pull back. 2 and pull back. So we try to increase the flexibility here of the hip. It's a hip opener. 3. After this, we place the foot that was pressing underneath the leg. Now the toes are pointing my way. You cannot see very well, but this is my feet. Then my other foot next to my leg on the hamstring. And we press, press, press. And the foot is pulling back. Yeah, to hold 1. A little bit farther. 2. You press quite strong on the hamstring. Really nice feeling. Increase the blood circulation there. We go back to the middle. Sorry, I'm yawning. It was really nice massage. I feel so relaxed. But I have to give back as we promised. After that, we place the foot back. And then we walk with the feet one by one. Walking on the hamstring that we've just been pressing on, up and down. After that, I'm going to sit on the knees, placing the foot a little bit inwards, placing the knee up, and I'm going to sit on my partner's feet with my knee. Now the hands are going to be interlaced like that. We're going to work with the heel of the hands, not on the knee, 4 fingers above. And you squeeze the heel of the hand and you make a circle. And we squeeze the heel of the hand and we make a circle for 2. We do for 3 on the leg. We go back for 2. And we go for 1. After that, we're going to have our hands interlaced. We're going to work with the thumbs. So now, 4 fingers from the knee down. You squeeze the thumbs together towards each other. And you go a little bit deeper in the middle and then squeeze the thumbs together. Now a little bit down, squeeze them together, the thumbs. We go back, thumbs towards each other and just number 1. After that, can be quite sensitive, we just relax the leg. Now we're going to work on the calf muscle. So we have our hands cupped. So you have to cup behind here. The more you cup, the heavier it is for your partner. So I'm starting under the knee in the calf and I lean back 1. Go to the middle of the calf, lean back. Now on the Achilles, lean back. We go back to the middle and just under the knee. I think it's time to go to sleep for me. Hands interlaced. Well, it's good, no? It was a good massage. I feel very relaxed. So we have the hands interlaced. We squeeze, go forward. The middle, squeeze and go forward. And beginning, squeeze and go forward. And as always, if you think this is a bit hard, you can just do many times this sequence as we do every Sunday. And one day it feels like meditation. And then we relax the muscle. And then we just place the knee up. We place the foot in the groin, the foot next to the hip, hand on the knee, other hand on the straight leg. And we go forward 90% and 10% on the straight leg. 1, and back. 3 times the same. 2 and back. And 3 and back. Now we're going to do twist hip. So the hand that was pushing on the knee is going to be on the hamstring. The hand that was on the straight leg is now going to hold the heel. I'm cupping the heel, as you see, right? So now I press in between the breast, in the sternum, and I try to straighten the leg. 1. So we do 3 times. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we place the knee down, other knee up, hand under the knee, and we straighten the leg. Now the foot is on top of my leg, right? I'm gonna cup the heel like that, here, and the big toe will be under my forearm. So now I'm gonna stand in position, but otherwise you cannot see. My hand is on the upper leg. So I lean in, and the whole body weight is on the big toe. 3 times. 1. This is only 10%. And 90 on the big toe. 2 and 3. Now we place the knee to the chest, the foot to the butt, and I change my knees. And I press 50% forward and 50% on the foot. 3 times. 2 and 3. Now I'm placing the knee down. Always have the hand under the knee to not overstretch. And then like that, I did under the knee. Now we go to the other leg, other side. So we bend first the knee to the foot. We go up, and then we have the hands like that, and we place 1 in the beginning, 2 in the middle, 3 at the end. Go back to 2 and 1. Now we place the knee in 90 degrees, the foot out. We sit next to the straight leg. This knee is just there for support, and this foot is going to press knee towards armpit, hands on toes, and we just go forward. 1, over the floor, pull the foot back. 2, press a bit harder and pull the foot back. And 3, maybe press more hard. 1, 2, 3 only. Now we place the foot underneath the leg and the toes towards us. 1 foot next to the other foot, and you press. Press, 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 press. Quite strong, super nice feeling. We go to the middle and we press. And we go to the end and we press with the foot. Quite strong. Quite strong. It's a very nice feeling. And then we go back to point number 1 in the beginning. After that, we just place the foot back, and now we're going to walk. Palm press walking up and palm press walking down. After that, I'm going to sit on my knees, press the foot in a bit, and now I'm placing the knee up, and then my knees are going to be on top of his foot. My hands will be interlaced. We're working with the heel of the hand, not on the knee, a little bit down. And you squeeze and you make a circle. We go to the middle, we squeeze and we make a circle. We go to the end, we squeeze and make a circle. Go back to the middle, squeeze, make a circle, and just below the knee, squeeze and a circle. Then we have the hands like that. We're going to work with the thumbs. Thumbs, either side of the leg, and press with the thumbs. Can be very sensitive, so you can breathe out when we are pressing. 2 a little bit lower, and 3 at the end of the upper leg. And then we go back to 2, press the thumbs towards each other, and 1 just above the knee, and then we just relax again. The leg, freestyle. Now we're going to work on the calf. So you cup your fingers. The more you cup, the heavier it is for your partner. So this is the knee, we start below the knee and the calf. And we lean back with our body weight. And we go to the middle and you cup your fingers. The more you cup, the more strength you can have. And then 3 on the Achilles. We go back to 2 and 1. After that, we interlace our hands like that. And we're going to work with the heel of the hand behind. So we cup the heel of the hands together. holding the calf and go forward. Go to the middle. We squeeze the calf in between our heel of the hand and we go forward. And we squeeze the Achilles tendon in between the heel of the hand, we go forward. And we do in the middle again as well. Don't try to slide, but just grab the calf and then go forward with the calf in your hand. Now freeze down, relax the muscle a bit. Place the knee forward, the foot in your groin. Your foot is on this side, but then on the other side, yeah, the hip. Hold the knee, other hand on the straight leg, and then 90 forward, 10% only on the straight leg. 1, and back. 2, and back. And 3, only 3 times. Now we're ready for a twist. Here. So you place the knee that's on the knee, the hand that's on the knee, on the hamstring, and the hand that was on the straight leg, cupping the heel. So you press the hand here, hold the fingers, and you press down, and then we try to stretch. So strong?
It's perfect.
Oh. Normally we don't talk to each other, but he was like, oh, so I thought maybe I do something wrong. I was looking at the camera, not at my partner. So 3 times. 3 times only. Now, we place the knee down, other knee up, and then hand under the knee, so you never overstraight the knee. So we cup the heel, the big toe is under the forearm, the hand is above the knee, so it's not on the knee, and then 10% here and 90% on the big toe. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we place the knee to the chest and the foot to the butt, and we change our position. Knee up and the other knee down again. 1, 50-50, press knee to chest, foot to butt. 2, and then 3, knee to chest, foot to butt. Now, hold the heel, hold under the knee, don't overstretch the leg, place the leg down, and then under the knee I shake like this. Chuk, 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 chuk. And then PTO, please turn over. Now I'm going to be in between the ankles of my partner with my knees, and we're just going to palm press with the palms on the feet, one by one side, other side, one side, other side. And now we're going to walk over the calf muscle. So this time there's not a bone, so we can just go on the back. 1, 1, 2, 2 in the middle of the calf, 3, 3. We never press on the back of the knee, so we skip, we jump over the knee. 1, 1 on the hamstring, 2, 2 on the hamstring, and 3 on the end of the hamstrings. And we go back to 2 and 1. We don't press on the back of the knee, we skip the back of the knee, and we palm press walking down towards the feet. And then we palm press on the feet. And then we're ready for the thumbs, the lines. So we're not going to press with the tip, we're pressing with the ball. So we just thumb press walking up, thumb press walking up. Skipping the knee, we never press on the back of the knee. So we make an imaginary line from the Achilles tendon until the sitting bone. When you feel the sitting bone, that's the end of the line, and we just go back. Thumb press down towards the mat, quite deep, quite deep. Skip the knee, and then sit down when you walk over the calf muscle with the thumbs. All the way down until you reach again Achilles tendon. And then we just palm press walking up, palm press walking up, palm press walking up, skipping the knees. We're going to prepare to walk on the back. So we're placing one knee on one side, one knee on the other side. We're feeling where the spine is, and then if your partner's hands are not down yet, we just put them down and you bend a bit. You feel where the spine is, one hand on one side, one hand on the other side, and you lean in. Now we go up, and then if you want, you can go a little bit with your body up. So if your partner is taller, you always have your shoulders above the wrist. And then we palm press walking back down. After that, we're gonna work with the thumbs. So one thumb on one side, one thumb on the other side, and you press down. Then you never press on the spine. So one thumb on one side, one thumb on the other side. So I want to be sure that I don't press on the spine, right? So feel first, if you're not sure if your partner has scoliosis, just feel first that you're sure you're not on the spine. So you go all the way up until the top corner of the scapula. Top corner of the scapula. When you reach the top corner of the scapula, then you thumb press walking down all the way. And then we're going to put our hands in butterfly. Now place the hands in butterfly and place our feet in between and then the knees underneath. And if you like, you can place your feet up without falling. So I said without falling. And then I fell. Okay, so don't do like me. And then we palm press walking up, and then we're going to be over the arms, 3 steps on the upper arm. Don't press on the elbow, skip the elbow please. All the way down, over the wrist, and then stretch the hands. And now we place our feet that are here down, because we want to work the cobra. So you hold each other's wrist, you lean back, 1 time all the way, and slowly back. And then only halfway, push one side, pull the other side, and then 1 time more in the middle, all the way up. And then slowly down. You bend the arms a bit, place the hands on hand to stretch the hands. We place the feet on the top again, and then we palm press walking in 3 steps. Over the lower arm, skip the elbow, over the upper arm, all the way down. And then we pull ourselves off, and then we walk over the legs down in 3 steps on the hamstring, skipping the knee, all the way down, on the calf, to the feet. And when we reach the feet, we're now ready to do the fist. So we walk with the fist like this, and then you just have your arm straight, wrist straight, and then go with the fist slowly on the sole of your partner's feet. And then we say, PTO, please turn over, your partner turns over, on the back. And then we place the feet up, and then a bit straight, then you bend them. Place the feet underneath your knees, and then you hold each other's wrist. Be careful of your own back. So you pull your partner up, and when he's up, we're bending the knees, and we walk back down. You stand behind your partner. Place your partner straight in the back. Place the fingers behind. 4 fingers from the collarbone. We palm press down. A little bit wider for 2, and not too wide for 3, because we don't want to press here on the shoulders. And then we go back to 2 and 1. Now we're going to do the same with the thumbs. So not the top tip, but the ball of the thumb. Next to the corner of the neck, corner of the neck, we press down and a little bit wider. And if this is sensitive, breathe out when we press, and then a little bit wider, press down, and then we walk back for 2. I'm doing 2 thumbs at the same time on either side of the neck, right? And 1. Now again we do palm press. 1, a little bit wider for 2, a little bit wider for 3, a bit back for 2, and 1. Now we're going to be half kneeling or all the way kneeling, depends the size of your partner. And then we're just going to do some massage on the trapezius muscle, always very nice. And then we just place the head down of your partner. We're going to place the hands interlaced. We're going to work with the thumbs. So these are the vertebrae. We don't want to go here. We want to go very close to the vertebrae. You start at the C7 and you press the thumbs together. 1, a little bit higher for 2. Then you do 3. Then under the skull for 4. We go back down. And again, just focus on your thumbs. Don't press the head of your partner down. Just focus on the thumbs, close to the vertebrae. And when you're down, we go again up. 4 times up until you reach the skull. When you reach the skull, you place the head of your partner up. And then it's super nice. We're going to do some shampoo on the full head. And then you can do that as long as you want. It's always very nice and super easy. After that, we're going to do the chop. So we place the hands like that, fingers wide, wrist free, and you want to only press with the tip of the pinkies actually. We start near the corner of the neck, we go out, in, next to the shoulder and the scapula and the spine, only halfway, other side, out, in, between the scapula and the spine, only halfway, we go up. And then we do brush in and brush out all the way. And then we end with 5 times sliding. And we say the mantra na a, na wa, roka, payati, finasanti, which means I hope my partner feels better than before. Kapkunka.
I do.
I do. Oh. Well, it was very nice actually, because to be honest, 1 hour ago we didn't feel like doing this class. I didn't feel like doing this class.
But this is what happens every time, that you never feel like, because you always expect for the perfect moment to give a massage to your partner, right? But we do the massage before we are ready, because we found the balance during the massage. So we'll be ready when we start, not before. Before you never give, I never feel like to give massage before I start myself giving the massage, because the mind is very fast into get tired, right? But then when you are in the massage, then is when you realize, oh shit, why I don't do that more often?
Yes. So that's why we do this every Sunday at 8 o'clock. All the time the same sequence.
Correct.
Well, for us all the time the same partner, but you can do anyway, all the partners that you want, from your home to, from our home to your home. Every time the same sequence, same time, so at least we get weekly massage.
Well, keep breathing, don't resist.
Yes. So this was week 6, and I hope to see you next week for week 7.
Week 7, correct.
Same sequence.
Same.
Same.
Not different.
Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka.